Hello everyone, I am Dr. Shilpi Badani. I'm a plastic surgeon at SB Aesthetics, Gurugram, India. My YouTube channel's name is SB Aesthetics. Thank you for liking, subscribing and sharing our videos. And today we will discuss about breast reduction. Now, breast reduction is a very common surgery in my practice, and of late the procedure has been growing in numbers, especially because there is information around that yes, there is a procedure like breast reduction which can help alleviate your pain from heavy breasts. There are various reasons why women seek breast reduction. This is especially requested because of the heavy breasts. Many women feel that their posture is not right. They cannot wear the desired clothing. The neck pain is an issue. Back pain is an issue, and there are several long-term issues related with carrying heavy breasts. Now, this is requested by women of almost all ages and even young ones. Many times, the reasons of breast becoming heavy can be pubertal, where in the initial years, where the hormonal ups and downs are taking place, that time the breast undergoes hypertrophy, which we call virginal hypertrophy of breast or pubertal hypertrophy of breast. And these are young girls who carry heavy breasts, and they develop various problems, long-term problems relating to posture and back pain and neck pain, and severe compromise in the quality of life. That is the most important thing. Now, breast reduction can also be requested by women who are young, who just had childbirth. That is a separate category which I'll be dealing a little later in the video. And even with growing age, some women may feel that they are not able to carry the weight of the heavy breasts. So there are various reasons as to why a woman may opt for breast reduction. They can vary from a medium size enlargement to a very huge enlargement. And through this video, the message that I want to give is that breast reduction is a safe procedure. Many women do not know that there's a procedure like breast reduction that exists, which is safe and which is carried out by plastic surgeons to reduce the size of the breast, which makes your life easier, more convenient, your posture better, and saves you from long-term complications of carrying heavy breasts. Now, when we come to the special category of lactating women, many women will come to me saying that, Doctor, I've had a delivery about 5 months or 6 months back, but my breasts are very heavy and I want to make them smaller. So, this is a very important phase of your life, and it is important that when you are getting this procedure done, you should not be lactating. That means that if you are feeding your baby, then breastfeeding must be over before you resort to this procedure. In pregnancy, the breasts undergo an increase in size. Many times, after you've stopped feeding your baby, they will return back to their normal size, or maybe smaller or a little larger, but they do return to the pre-pregnancy state in many women. And that is the time that they should be looking at a consultation with a plastic surgeon to understand the various options that they have. Now, in breast reduction, many women think that it is a simple liposuction procedure, that we can suck out the extra tissue that is present in the breast. It is not so. Liposuction is a very, very small part, if at all, of a breast reduction procedure. Mainly the sides of the breasts are usually reduced with liposuction, but that is a very, very small part. The basic procedure in a breast reduction is actually a tailoring procedure, where we shift the nipple areola complex up, thereby achieving a lift of the breast, and reduce or remove the hypertrophied part of the breast, and again tailor it in a fashion which gives an aesthetically pleasing result as the final outcome of your breast reduction procedure. So this is a surgery which has many methods. The popular methods across the world are the supromedial pedicle and inferior pedicle earlier, but nowadays most of the people are shifting to the superior or the supromedial pedicle. Of concern to the patient is what scar will they have after they undergo the breast reduction surgery. Now, in the breast reduction surgery, you can either end up with a vertical scar or an anchor shaped scar. Now, this depends on your plastic surgeon, how they are resorting to the skin excision. So, you'll have to discuss this with your plastic surgeon. What I generally prefer is the lollipop incision or the vertical scar method, but I do resort to the anchor shaped incisions in certain cases. That depends from case to case and on the clinical judgment. So you must discuss with your surgeon as to which method will suit you best. In smaller cases where a moderate reduction is required, sometimes a periareolar reduction can be resorted to, where you end up with a scar only around your areola. But this is a very limited category, and you should discuss as to which category you belong to and what is the comfort of your surgeon, which procedure he or she prefers doing, so that you can have the best results in the surgeon's hands. Now, when we come to the procedure per se, this is a procedure which is done under general anesthesia or IV sedation with local anesthesia in some cases, and in this you will need an overnight stay in the hospital. After the surgery, generally the pain is not much, and painkillers are given in the immediate post-op period to alleviate the pain, and you will be given support garments to wear after the surgery, so that that also lessens the pain. And after your stay in the hospital, the recovery period is really about the acute recovery. That means where you can get up and do your own work, you'll be comfortable with most of the work that you do around the house or in your general daily routine. Would be, I would say, 1 week. 1 week is a reasonable time to take off after a breast reduction surgery. Most of your acute issues would have been settled by then, and of course the healing continues for a little longer. That means in about 3 weeks time you feel much better. A lot of swelling comes down in the first 3 weeks, and then in the coming days, 6 weeks, 2 months, you start appreciating the real results of your procedure. Changes do take place until 6 months, and till 6 months you will really, around 6 months you will really see what your final result is really going to look like. Now, when we talk about breast reduction, I also explain to the patients what they are expecting in terms of size, what they are expecting in terms of risks, benefits, complications. So, to actually predict that you will be a particular cup size is difficult, but yes, this is a very rewarding procedure, and most of the women that go under breast reduction surgery would say that this is the best decision that they've made in their lives. Now, when you want to understand the complications or the risks that one has with their breast reduction surgery, is mainly concerning the nipple areola complex. And yes, there is a risk that the sensation of the nipple areola may decrease or may be gone after the breast reduction surgery. The risks you can discuss with your surgeon as to what is your risk per se. And in any surgery, of course, the complications or the risks, there are chances of infection or bleeding, but then we do take care for both of them, as to giving antibiotics peri-operatively and post-operatively to actually reduce the chances of infection. The pain as such is not too much, and with painkillers, with regular painkillers, you should be comfortable in your daily routine. Other complications like the skin color changes or the scar hypertrophy really depends upon individual characteristics. You can definitely resort to lasers or conservative scar reducing methods like silicone gel, silicone sheet. I've covered scar treatment in one of my videos. You can take a look at that video also. So general care after the breast reduction surgery is really almost the same. You can go back to your exercising after about 6 weeks of your surgery. Regular walks and all can be resumed even in 3 weeks' time. Now, sometimes it may happen that in large reductions there can be wound healing problems. So, as I have always emphasized in my other videos also, that whenever you are planning a plastic surgery procedure, then you must ensure that you are in good health. You have to take care of the protein content in your body, decrease your carbs, increase your protein, start workouts. That will help you in general become more healthy for your procedure, and it will make your healing better, and you will get the best results out of your surgery. When we come to the follow-ups after the breast reduction procedure, it is generally after you are discharged from the hospital, you will be called maybe on the third day, then a week's time, and if everything goes well, then perhaps after 2 weeks. So about 3 or 4 follow-ups in a short duration of time will be necessary if everything goes well. But if your wound healing needs more attention, if other situations that arise after your surgery need more attention, then your plastic surgeon will guide you as to how to deal with it best. And the most important question in the minds of young women who want to undergo breast reduction surgery is whether they will be able to breastfeed or not, or what is the timing of breast reduction. So, as far as lactation is concerned, there are data that women have been able to breastfeed even after the breast reduction procedure. But then, yes, it cannot be guaranteed that you will be able to breastfeed after your breast reduction procedure. So it really depends from person to person whether they are able to breastfeed or not. And as regarding the timing of breast reduction, for women who have very hypertrophied breast, I would say any time is a good time, because it really impacts your quality of life. And after a breast reduction surgery, you can go back to doing a lot of things that you were not able to do earlier. For example, exercising properly, for example, taking part in outdoor activities. Your confidence level is much better. You're able to wear your desired clothing. Your back pain, your posture, your neck pain, all of this improves after the breast reduction procedure. So, as regarding the timing, if you've had one baby and you're planning another one, and you would like to have your breast reduction surgery and are still concerned whether you'll be able to breastfeed your second baby or not, I would say that you have to weigh your priorities, whether you want to get the procedure earlier or you want to have the baby earlier. So it is really it's an individual preference. So there are many unmarried girls who resort to this procedure because they are so fed up with their heavy breasts that they want to improve their quality of life. Then there are many women who wait to complete their families and then resort to this procedure. I would say that breast reduction procedure is really a complete breast procedure where one achieves a lift and a reduction. So, if your breasts are saggy, droopy, heavy, then breast reduction is your procedure. But if the volume is not too huge, but they are saggy and droopy, then it is mostly mastopexy or breast lift that we are looking at. So you must be informed as to what benefit this procedure will give you, what are your risks, and most importantly, that you should be healthy when you're getting this procedure done. You should not be lactating when you're getting this procedure done. For your queries, you can reach out to me via the comments in the comment box below, or you can even contact me via the various phone numbers and the email IDs that are provided at the end of this video. I'm also available at different platforms like Quora, Facebook, Instagram. You can reach us via those platforms as well. Thank you again for liking and subscribing to my channel. And we make plastic surgery information videos for your information to keep you informed about the procedure so that you can make the correct choices. Thank you.